Oh,
Why?
where did you guys get that?
There he is, Lionel Mapoe, the Springbok center, the man who's just left the Lions on his way to France. You are on stage.
Where did you guys get that?
We got it. Tell us a little bit about it. What's happening there on the stage with you on the MIC?
Yes. It was awards, the Bright Rock Awards, yeah. Yeah, and obviously they asked us to be backup singers for Jack Pero.
And you just grabbed the mic.
And just, we were like, oh, we can do this. And then they said, okay, we're going to dress you guys up. So I was like, okay. And then when we got there and we saw how we're going to get dressed up, and it was like, first we were like, no.
Okay,
but then we warmed up to the idea. Though.
Let me tell you one thing. You're a much better rugby player than rapper.
No,
don't think about it. Don't think about changing careers. Just stay where you are.
Maybe rapping so, but singing now.
No, don't sing. No. Just leave it. Just stick to the rugby. However, oh my goodness, no. Nigeria have just scored with like a moment left in the game, Lionel. With like minutes left, Lionel. Oh no. Okay, let's have a look. This is the live pictures coming through, Lionel. They're eating into your time a little bit, but let's just take a look. This is not how the script was supposed to happen. Minutes left in the game, 1-1, and it is the Super Eagles who have got onto the score sheet. Having a look at it, set piece comes in. Oh. Okay, let's leave it there. That's for Soccer Zone on Monday. That's how the Nigerians have scored. You're going,
South Africa.
Yeah.
Like, they're losing.
Ish. Not happy.
No.
Let's move on to the rugby conversation about a bad thing that happened, other than that goal from the Nigerians, today. James Small. What are your memories of James Small?
When you say James Small, I think 1995 winger, the guy that stood up to John Alomo. The toughest wing.
The great tackle.
Yes,
John
the
Alomo.
toughest, yeah. Yes, a great man, great like rugby player. To hear the news, obviously, today, it was really sad.
We've lost James Small. He's passed away at the age of 50, suspected to have had a heart attack. The great winger is no longer with us, and we really do wish his family and all who know him all the best in this very, very difficult time, and want to thank him for his contribution to South African rugby. That tackle will never be forgotten. But while we talk about contributions to South African rugby, Lionel, let's just confirm how your name is said. Nah.
Okay.
Because I've heard commentators around the world have a different pronunciation of Lionel. And then what is it? Mapoe, Mapoe, Mapoe. How do we say your surname?
So yeah, you say it Mapoe. There's no Mapoe, 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 or there's none of that, just Mapoe.
Lionel Mapoe. Now you've all heard it. Don't get it wrong, anybody who is watching him play. Lionel, age 30, 14 times you've played for the Springboks, over 100 games in Super Rugby. What's it been like now that you're about to leave to go to France?
Firstly, I just want to say it's been an amazing journey, obviously, with the Lions. I can't think of myself anywhere else to have played 100 games for. And yeah, I think I've served my time at the Lions. It's time to move on now, different challenge. We had a couple of good years, last couple of years. It didn't go as how we wanted to go this season, but yeah, I think it's time for me to move on.
Going to France, with a Rugby World Cup coming up, some people will be like, is Lionel crazy? I mean, there's the Rugby World Cup coming up. Surely he could be pushing for his place by staying here.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, you know. I think even last year, the decision I made last year to sign another year, obviously was with the intention to make the Springbok cut, obviously. You know, I would have loved it to go perfectly, but my season this year started off very slowly, and then obviously the last part I felt I played more rugby and I played good rugby. So yeah, it's bittersweet. Obviously I didn't make the cut. I'm fully behind the Springboks, but I'm looking forward to my new journey. And
tell people who don't know, where are you from? How did you come into rugby? How did you eventually get to the very pinnacle of the game playing for the Springboks?
I'm from the Eastern Cape. Actually a small town just outside Port Elizabeth called Thornhill. Well, I moved to Bloemfontein when I was 10 years old. Started in school, in primary school, played a little bit of rugby. I was kind of good at it. High school, I played first team. I was under 15 and I played first team, so
The talent was showing.
Yeah, the talent was showing. And then just after that, I was in the Free State back then, I played under 18 Craven Week. I played under 19, under 21. Made my senior debut for the Cheetahs, and yeah, it was just an amazing journey. I mean, like, who would have thought? I know I'm the only one in my family, obviously, that's a rugby player. But my mother was a very talented netball player, but a rugby player to come out of my family I'm the first of it.
From a little town just
definitely.
outside PE. So, there's this other thing, right, that you do. Because this is the thing that I've always wanted to know. When Lionel scores a try and he can see that he's through, he's going to go, you do this
celebration.
What is the celebration about?
It's for the people, It's for me, it's just a good way to show. I thought of a celebration in school. Actually, let me tell you the story. In school, we were a group of guys, obviously, at this school in Viergaard Park in Bloemfontein. Chippa is his actual name. he came up with it to put your hand on your head for 5 points.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, it's just obviously a fancy way of celebrating that. And obviously the people say the chicken, the rooster, the shaki, the fin, and that's, I let it go and the people just
there
give
it is.
Yeah, people just put a name to it and
but
you
know
just
what?
enjoy it.
I thought you were doing like a mohawk, or now other people say chicken. You have now actually clarified something that was bothering me deep inside. It actually means 5 points.
Yeah, 5 points. Yeah.
That's actually genius. That's genius. You need to give the guy royalties there. Like, give him something there for coming up with the idea. When I look at you and the position you play, like, it's not that common, right? Like, for especially the players of color to be playing in the center. How did you get involved there? Usually it's wingers, fullbacks, a couple in the forwards, but centers where the business end of the action is.
Yeah, I actually started off, when I started playing rugby, I started off as lock, but then I was too fast. Then they moved me out to the centers, outside center, outside center. So yeah, in school I played wing, but then obviously with the skill I have, my coach told me, I'm going to make my debut for South Africa as a center. That time I didn't believe him, and I was like, okay, yes coach, thank you. And I played good rugby at 12. In school I was mostly at 12, and then later on I moved to 13, out of school, provincial. I played wing for a while, a couple of years, and then made the decision to move back to center again, where you get the ball more. So yeah, you get the ball more there, you can move, use your feet, use your hands, make decisions.
You did debut, was it at center against the All Blacks?
Yeah.
Against the All Blacks was your debut?
Center, yeah.
What did that feel like?
First of all, it was amazing, just running on that field or just facing the haka. It was amazing. I think it's every little boy's dream to face the haka. For me, I was like, it was just this awesome feeling. Well, I wish I had a little bit more time in that game. But yeah, I'm truly grateful, yes.
And your last test match, you scored 2 tries against Argentina, except you lost. Like, dude, you go 13 tests, you don't score. You score 2 in one test, and we lose.
Yeah, that's a phase you went through in South African rugby. That game. Actually, my first try that wasn't awarded was also against them, but it wasn't awarded. Like,
so we don't count it.
Yeah, they said I lost the ball, but I think I didn't. But they said that. But yeah, and the last 2 came in that last game. Yeah, I think it was in Argentina.
Lionel, I want to wish you the best in France. You've done it already in South Africa. Now on another stage, go and show them. But before that, if you're maybe not with the Springboks, we hope you are for the World Cup. But if you're not, how far do you think we'll get with the Boks at the World Cup?
We have the potential to win the World Cup. I believe that. I believe that years ago. I still believe it now. We have the potential. It's just how we going to use it, and how we're going to go about, obviously, the campaign.
And then Lionel, we lost. I see the Nigerians dancing and singing. We lost.
That's a bit of a swallow as well.
It's sad.
And we came back so good. Like, yeah.
We lost. Bafana Bafana. These are the live pictures coming through. It's the Super Eagles that are celebrating.
Yeah.